and more appropriately, is we're going to take a look at the papers and we're going to review them with the National World Cities Editor-in-Chief, Nancy Fielder, as well as broadcaster Pete Price. Good morning to you all. Great to see you both. As I said, live TV, things sometimes go wrong. But Nancy, I wanted to talk to you about the front page of The Guardian, not talking about Raab, but it's these serious allegations then about CBI.
These are incredibly serious allegations. In fact, they've been sort of coming out over a few days now. This is the second allegation of a woman who worked at CBI who said she was raped. I mean, the details are absolutely horrendous, and she's claiming that the culture of support wasn't there. The sort of allegations that people were encouraged not to go to the police when problems came up. So the CBI has suspended everything for a couple of months. It says it's going to speak to everybody involved. Obviously prompted by lots of the biggest names who were members pulling out and saying they want nothing further to do with it, and they will come back together in June and decide if it's got a future. It looks in doubt now, though. The allegations are horrendous, and it feels like there's more coming out every day. So nothing positive for the CBI at the minute. In fact, it's closed down.
No, interesting, isn't it? The heads of John Lewis and Nat West, all big posts held by women, and they're trying to take that forward and, of course, making a stand there. Pete, shall we go to the other end now? And your story is quite interesting. Also, this is the Mirror, page 6, this is, and this is all about eating out and the cost of actually... well, you take it away. I won't take all your lines. Tell me about that.
You can have all my lines. You can even do the skiing report if you like. I don't mind. I'm made up with this. Dinner parties are coming back in fashion at home. And I used to be a caterer. When you two weren't born, I was a caterer. And we had prawn cocktails and we had Black Forest Gatto. And it was sensational. And I used to love my dinner parties. Well, restaurants are getting very expensive. And this article is all about this. And it is fascinating. And they're moving away. People are moving away from the casual kitchen supper and wanting people to dress for dinner and come more formally. I love it. I love entertaining. Well, I used to love entertaining at home. I had 6 ladies round who ate me out of house and home, drank me best port, and I said, "You're not coming back again." And now I've made my dining room into a lounge. So, but I think it's great that because when you go out, you've got the taxis, you've got all the costings, and the price on the wine is scandalous.
And there's always the clock watching, I find. When you're having a dinner party at home, you're thinking, I've got the washing up to do. When are they going to leave? By the time I get to bed, it's gone midnight. I'm all for going out. Nancy, let's move on then to page 2 of The Times. It's all about motorways.
That's right. This is the smart motorways. There's been yet another inquest and another tragedy where somebody has died because there are no hard shoulders on large sections of the M1 and other smart motorways. Now, this is calling for not only no more motorways to be built, which the government has already said, but actually bring back hard shoulders. And the government's showing no signs of bringing back hard shoulders. And I live like 5 minutes from the M1. It feels hugely dangerous. You read these stories all the time, and there are tens of thousands of people every single day driving on motorways that aren't safe. They've got to be brought back. We do need somewhere so that if a car breaks down, you're not worried that you're going to die because they made a mistake. Smart motorway is complete nonsense. The name is the most ridiculous thing about them, but actually driving somewhere in our country thinking you're going to die because of bad design is ludicrous. No money should be held back on this. They've got to bring back the hard shoulder.
I haven't spoken to one motorist who says that smart motorways are the way forward. So, Pete, look, age is nothing but a number, and you've found that in the Daily Mail. Talk to us a bit about ageing.
They're saying that it's quite simply, if you relax, it will slow down the aging process, and you have to keep away from stress and strain. And it's an interesting article.
I'm ageing in this job, I can tell you that.
You're ageing in this job. Aging is keeping me young. I love working hard. I love stress. I love aggravation. I love doing this. And I tell you what, all those people that are upset with our politician because they're being bullied, oh, that's going to age them as well.
OK. Nancy, I love this story that you picked out, again in The Guardian. Where do we begin with this? Pet parrots are allowed to make video calls to other birds. Really?
So Well, yes, apparently. So there's been thousands of parrots involved in this research, which shows that they're much happier and feel less isolated if you let them do what are effectively conference calls like we're doing now. They could even had pictures on their tablets of which parrot they could pick. And so some came out more popular than others. It's incredible. I mean, it just shows that perhaps it's not just human beings who get lonely when they're on their own. And these poor parrots live all day long on their own when no other parrots in sight. And I think it's hilarious. I would love to see some of those video calls. Can you imagine?
Oh, absolutely. Guys, you've really kept me company. Thank you so much, Nancy Fielder and Pete Price. Thank you. We'll be talking to you in the second hour. Thanks so much. Well, still to come on Sky News Breakfast. The former Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab accuses activist civil servants of forcing him out of office. We'll have all of that and a little bit more after the break. Stay with Sky News Breakfast.